First with, so in fact all the competitive exam across the planet Earth will have some part of mathematics in it. Even if you see NEET, which is a medical exam, has maths in it. Physics is there, physics has maths. Now, some exams are very tough, some exams are very easy, some exams are moderate. The exams, let's say we are preparing for GOA government exam. So it depends which exam you are preparing. Suppose you are preparing for GPSC. So GPSC is slightly tough compared to GOA SSC. In GOA SSC there are so many vacancies, right? So the difficulty level, as the post increases, difficulty level goes up. But the fundamental has to be, sound in order to solve questions, whether they're easy or difficult. So basically, let's start with number system, right? See, numbers. Like English have 26 alphabets. Hindi has 52. Maths has only 0 to 9. Only 10 letters, 10 numbers you can say. Still considered to be the most difficult one, right? Now, numbers, if you see, so when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even if I write under root of -1, this is also a number. So what type of number this is? This is called basically imaginary number. This is an imaginary number which is not part of our course. This is there in 11th standard and higher mathematics. So numbers are, if I ask you numbers are broadly categorized into two types. There are two types of numbers. One is real and second is imaginary. I say imaginary numbers are not part of our course. Do not worry about it. Real numbers. So what are real numbers? If you see, there is a number line, remember, minus infinity to plus infinity, then 0. Then you place any number on this number line is termed as real number. So if I ask you, can you place 1? Answer is yes, go to 1, and this is where you can place. Can you place 1.5? Yes, between 1 and 2, exactly midpoint of this. -3, yes, -1, -2, -3. Right, we can place all the numbers. In fact, you can also place root 2 on this number line. Now to place root 2, you go 1 unit, draw this, draw the projection of this, and that is how you place root 2, right? You don't have to get into this also. You just need to know what real numbers are. Real numbers are further categorized into two types. Right? There are two types of real number. First is rational and second is irrational. First is rational and second is irrational. Now, rational number are those numbers which you can write in the form of P by Q, and Q should not be equal to 0. That means whenever you write a number, your denominator should not be equal to 0. That means if I ask you whether 2 by 0 is some number, answer is no, it is not defined. This is not defined. Right? You cannot write this, denominator cannot have 0. At the same time, this P and Q, they are called co-prime. Now we'll come to everything, all these definitions, what co-primes are. But 2 by 0 is not defined, right? This is not defined. Also called infinity. Infinity is also called not defined. Right? Now, a rational number which you have are of two types. A rational number are of two types. There are two types of rational number. Look at this 1 by 4. if I divide 1 by 4, the division will give you 0.25. If I divide 1 by 3, this will give you 0.3333 and so on. So there is a difference between these two numbers. Both are rational number, because rational number we can write in the form of P by Q. P by Q, P by Q, Q is not 0. One is 0.25, one is 0.3333, right? Now, what type of number this one is and this one is? These two definitely are different. This is called terminating decimal. What is the meaning of terminating decimal? Which terminates, which comes to a halt, stops. After that, after 0.25, you cannot write anything except 0. You can write 0.250000, but you cannot write any other digit. While you look at the second number, it's not coming to an end only, dot, 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 dot. So this is called non-terminating. But repeating. Repeating is also called recurring, which recur. Then what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are those numbers which you cannot write in the form of P by Q. Cannot write in the form of P by Q.
Cannot write in the form of sir,
P by Q, P by Q. That means you cannot write, see, P has to be some number, Q also has to be some number, integer number. But irrational number we cannot write in the form of P by Q. I tell you why. Suppose if I give you some number 2.7, right? And if I ask you that this number is not in the form of P by Q as of now. So what we'll do, we'll write 1 in the denominator. And after decimal 1 digits, we'll put 1 0 for it. And this will give you 27 by 10. Right? Now this number is in the form of P by Q. Okay. Suppose even if I have, let's say, 3.219. Right? If I write 1 in the denominator, remove decimal, we'll get 3 zeros. Again write in the form of P by Q. So here I am putting 3 zeros because after decimal there are 3 digits. But irrational number, for example, root 2. Root 2 is 1.414287 and so on. Now there is a difference between this and this. What is the difference? Here it is also non-terminating but repeating, some digit is repeating. Here this is non-terminating, not coming to an end. It's called non-terminating. And non-recurring. It is not coming to an end, neither it is non-recurring. It's not recurring also. Right? Here this is recurring, here it is non-recurring. So, in this case, if I ask you to write this number in the form of P by Q, so write 1 in denominator. After, once you remove decimal, you don't know how many zeros you have to put. That is why it is difficult for writing such numbers in the form of P by Q. Right? Unless we find a pattern in the number, you cannot identify number in the form of P by Q. Is this clear? Then we have natural number, whole number. Right? So what are natural numbers? So natural number are those numbers which starts with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you count it up to n. Here 1.1 is not a natural number, 3.7 is not a natural number. So any number which has a decimal part in it, it's not a natural number. It's also called counting number. If we have people in the room, so we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's called counting number. Natural numbers are also called counting number. While whole number starts with 0 and then 1, 2, 3 and so on. So the only difference between natural number and whole number is whole number has extra 0. Then we have integers. So there are three types of integers. There are three types of integers. First is positive, second is negative, and third is 0. Now, you draw a number line in order to understand integers. On number line, you place numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you put -1, -2, -3, -4. Right? So all these 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, these are called positive integers. Remember, integers also does not have any decimal part in it. 1.1, 1.2, these are not integers. -1, -2, -3 and so on, these are called negative integers. Then we have 0. Positive, negative and 0. Done? Understood? Okay. So natural number, whole number, integers clear, right? Then we'll come to prime numbers first. Before that, we will understand something called factor, also called divisor. So if I ask you find the factor of a number or divisor of a number, both the things are same. Don't get confused in it, right? So what are divisor or factor? So factor are those numbers which divides a given number completely. Numbers which divide a given number completely. For example, 4. So which are the numbers which can divide 4 completely? 1 is 1, second is 2, third is 4. Right? Same way, 6 can be divisible by 1, 2, 3 and 6. Then you have 9, so 9 is divisible by 1, 3 and 9. 11 is divisible by 1 and 2. 13 is also 1 and 11. 13 is by 1 and 13 and so on, right? 2 is divisible by 1 and 2. Right, so these are called factors. In GOA SSC, they don't ask you difficult question on factors, so nothing to worry. Entrance exams like CAT and other entrance exam will have tough questions on this. Here we need to know first thing factors, second is prime numbers. So what are prime numbers? So simply numbers which has only two factors. Two factors means 1 and number itself. See, 2 has factor as 1 and 2, 13 has 1 and 13, 11 has 1 and. So all these numbers are prime numbers. But if I ask you 9, so 9 is not a prime number. 4 not a prime number, 6 not a prime number, right? So, first thing, some prime numbers from 1 to 100 will start with 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, and 11, 13, and 17, then 19, then 23, then 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59, 61, 67, from 1 to 100 I am writing, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89, 97. So from 1 to 100, there are total 25 prime numbers. The total 25 prime numbers. Now numbers which are not prime, what they are called? So they are called composite number. Numbers which are not prime are called composite numbers, which are not prime. First example is 4, then 6, then 8, then 9, then 10, then 12, and so on.
Composite numbers is always
Which has more than 2 factors. Like 4, 6, 9, 8. All these number has more than 2 factors. Now, few things. One is neither prime nor composite. One is neither prime nor composite. Second is 2 is the only even prime. That means there is only one number which is even at the same time prime, that is 2. Third is any prime number except 2 and 3 can be written as six k plus 1 or 6k plus 5 form. If you pick up any prime number except 2 and 3, you can write that number in the form of 6k plus 1 or 6k plus 5, where k is nothing but a whole number. K is nothing but a whole number. For example, if I take 29, so I can write 29 as 6 into 4 plus 5. Right? Pick up 31. 31 is 6 into 6 plus 1. Sorry, 6 into 5, 5 plus 1. So,
splitting it.
yeah, you can split them and write in the form of 6k plus 1 or 6k plus 5. K is a whole number. Whole number means can take 0 also. For some numbers, the value of k can be 0 also. For 5, it is 6 into 0 plus 5 you can write. Right? Prime composite is clear, right? Now there are some multiplications, some squares, first of all, and then multiplication. So some squares which we have to remember only, it is always better. For example, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81, 10 square is 100, 11 square is 121, 12 square is 144, 13 square is 169, 14 square is 196. 15 square is 225, 16 square is 256, 17 square is 289, 18 square is 324, 19 square is 361, 20 square is 400, 21 square is 441, 22 square is 484, 23 square is 529, 24 square is 576, 25 square is 625, 26 square is 676, 27 square is 729, 28 square is 841. Sorry, 28 square is 784. 29 square is 841 and 30 square is 900. Now to find out the square, see, you can remember till here always better. Now suppose you want to remember any square from 50 onward, right? 50 square, 51 square, 52 square, 53 square, 54 square, 55 square, 56 square. If you want to find out the square of this. So here you first pick this 5 and square it. So what is 5 square? 25, and then 0 square. So first you do 0 square, you put 2 zeros. I mean you break 50 as 5 and 0. 5 square 25 and 0 square is double zero. Similarly 5 square is 25 and 1 square is 0 1. So in mathematics we never write number as 1, we write it as 0 1, 0 2, 0 4. Right? If it is a single digit number, you always write 0 1, 0 2, 0 3.
25.
See 51, right? You write 5 and 1 separately. Right?
Yeah.
Square this and square this. So 1 square is 0 1 and 5 square is 25. Right? Maximum 2 digit it can take. So any 2 digit number, right? 52 square is 2504. 53 square is 2509. 54 square is, now if you have 54 square, right? So 5 square and 4 square. So 4 square is what? 16. 5 square is 25. So write it as 2516. 55 square is 25. No, sorry. Okay. I tell you about 54 square, right? 54 square is basically 50 plus 4, the whole square. So a square 2500 plus 2ab. This is something, so sorry, here we did a mistake. I'll just explain you this. 50 square is 2500. 51 square, right? It is 50 plus 1 the whole square. Now a plus b the whole square is a square plus 2ab, 2 into 50, which is 100, plus 1 square is 0 1 or 1. So it is 2601. We have to do 51 square, so it is 2601. If you have to do 52 square, now look at 52 square. You can write this as 50 plus 2 the whole square. It is 2500 plus 2ab. So 2 into 50 into 2, which is 200, plus 4. So this will become 2704. See how this is moving. 52 square is 2704. This is increasing by 1. 25, 26, 27. Last did 2 square, 0, 4, 1 square. Similarly, 53 square is equal to what? 2809. 27 will become 28. Then 54 square will become what? 2916. And 55 square, so last bit 25, and this is 3025. Right? Note this down.